Ladies and gents, welcome to the Terran Showdown of the Century. We've got MicroMachine and VeTerran-revived, both starting strong with their SCV production. It's a mirror match of epic proportions. Let's see who comes out on top.
All right, folks, it's the classic who can out-Terran the other Terran scenario we've got here. MicroMachine and VeTerran-revived are neck and neck, both with their SCVs working overtime. Makes me remember my early days in Seoul, trying to out-hustle the local street food vendors selling kimbap. Let's see who rolls the perfect play in this match.
VeTerran-revived is going for a more aggressive stance here. Why? 2 barracks and 2 refineries. He's definitely looking to pump out some early aggression. Meanwhile, MicroMachine seems to play a bit more conservative, but don't count him out just yet. This game is just starting to heat up, folks.
Wow, VeTerran-revived is already sending out a Marine, looking for a quick scout or possibly some harassment. Meanwhile, MicroMachine is focusing on his economy, adding a second command center. He's playing the long game. I tell you, Artosis, this is like watching a high-stakes poker match.
It's heating up, folks. VeTerran-revived, aggressive as ever, is fielding Marines early, while MicroMachine has opted for the nimble Reaper, likely for scouting and harassment. Both players are keeping their economies robust with mules in play. This is shaping up to be an interesting match, folks.
MicroMachine is making some moves. His nimble Reapers have already taken out a few of VeTerran-revived's Marines. But don't count VeTerran-revived out just yet. He's building up his own force and is ready to retaliate. This game is anyone's for the taking.
MicroMachine is advancing with his Hellions and Reapers, taking out Marines left and right. But it's not enough to intimidate VeTerran-revived, who remains strong with his army supply and is adding a starport to his arsenal. It's a high-octane tug-of-war, folks. VeTerran-revived is sticking to his guns and could turn this around any second.
MicroMachine's aggressive strategy has paid off, folks. He's wiped out VeTerran-revived's army, leaving him with just his SCVs and mules. But don't count VeTerran-revived out yet. He's got a starport up his sleeve, and his SCVs are working overtime. It's anyone's game at this point. Remember, in Starcraft, it ain't over till it's over.
Things are heating up. VeTerran-revived is making a comeback. He's got a Hellion and a siege tank on the field now. Meanwhile, MicroMachine's army supply has doubled, adding more Marines to his army. Both players are pushing hard to take the advantage in this match. The tension is palpable, folks. Who will come out on top?
Whoa! VeTerran-revived is not messing around. He's turned up the heat with 3 Hellions and a siege tank. But MicroMachine, ever the tactician, has a larger army supply and has added a starport to his assets. I'm telling you, Artosis, this is like trying to choose the best Korean BBQ place in Seoul. They all have their strengths, and it just keeps getting better.
Oh boy, the tension is palpable, folks. VeTerran-revived is trying to turn the tide with an extra Hellion and a siege tank, but he's still trailing behind in army supply. But let's not overlook MicroMachine's Bunker Edition, a strategic move indeed. Strap in, folks, this high-stakes dance of Terrans is only getting started.
Wow, MicroMachine is really stepping on the gas, extending his army lead with a mix of Marines, Cyclones, and a siege tank. VeTerran-revived isn't backing down, though, adding a Raven to his lineup. Reminds me of when I first moved to Korea, and I had to figure out how to order fried chicken without speaking any Korean. Can VeTerran-revived find the right words to turn this game around? We'll find out.
Oh boy, tasteless. MicroMachine is pulling out all the stops, including adding a medevac and Viking fighter to his lineup, while VeTerran-revived is countering with 2 Ravens and a Cyclone of his own. It's like watching a pair of master chefs trying to outdo each other in the kitchen. The heat is on. Who will be able to take control of this game? I can't wait to find out.
Now, folks, this is a true chess match. MicroMachine's added a Banshee to the mix, not to mention a Viking fighter. On the other side, VeTerran-revived's throwing up missile turrets, probably hoping to turn the tide. It's like watching a game of rock, paper, scissors, where both players keep choosing dynamite.
MicroMachine is pushing his advantage further, bringing in a Banshee with his forces. VeTerran-revived is clearly feeling the heat, trying to defend with more missile turrets. This is like watching a boxer with a longer reach. MicroMachine's just keeping VeTerran-revived at arm's length while he lands those jabs. Can VeTerran-revived duck and weave his way back into this game?
Well, Artosis, MicroMachine is turning up the heat, adding medevacs and more siege tanks to his crew. Yeah, poor VeTerran-revived is scrambling on defense, but with less army supply, he's like a guy at a buffet with a small plate. Can he find the right balance? Or will he get overwhelmed by the variety of MicroMachine's menu? Let's continue to watch this Terran showdown.
MicroMachine is really stepping on the gas now. His army's grown substantially, and he's got VeTerran-revived's number with those Banshees. VeTerran-revived's pulled out a Thor hoping to turn the tide, but he's still trailing behind in army size. He's going to need more than a few lucky shots to come back from this.
MicroMachine's not letting up the pressure, folks. His fleet of Vikings is making mincemeat out of VeTerran-revived's air defenses. The addition of a fusion core suggests we might see some battle cruisers soon. VeTerran-revived's hanging in there, but he's got to find a way to handle those Banshees and Vikings, and quick.
The tension is palpable, folks. MicroMachine continues to dominate the skies with his Vikings and Banshees, and he's not showing any signs of slowing down. VeTerran-revived's got his work cut out for him, juggling defense against air assaults and maintaining his economy. Will he be able to turn the tide of this Tarantusla? Stay tuned.
And the game keeps getting hotter. MicroMachine's economy is thriving, and he's still leading in the air with that Viking squad. VeTerran-revived is hanging in there, fighting back with a Thor and Banshees. Reminds me of my early days in Korea when I was battling language barriers and spicy food. But hey, I'm still here.
Oh, tasteless. Look at this. MicroMachine is showing a massive army lead over VeTerran-revived. He's got a mix of Cyclones, Vikings, siege tanks, and even slipped in a Banshee and a Raven. VeTerran-revived, on the other hand, is lagging behind, but he's got a couple of Hellions and a siege tank. He's not out of this yet. With the right micro, he can defend against this onslaught.
Oh boy, Artosis, MicroMachine is showing us a masterclass in Terran dominance. With an army that could take on a small planet, including battle cruisers and Banshees, it's a sci-fi fan's dream come true. VeTerran-revived better pull a rabbit out of his hat, because right now, he's as outgunned as a space marine at a Zerg rush.